everyone, welcome to my channel Uncut by Aliza. So today I'm here and I'm about to review the Patmcgrath Skin Fetish Foundation and the Sublime Concealer. It's been out for a very long time and I have had it for a very long time, but I thought that another review needs to be done because I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this. So I haven't worn this foundation in a long time, so today is kind of my first impression. No, not first impressions, but when you start using something after a long time. So let's get started with the application of the foundation and the concealer. But before that, I want to tell you my shade is light medium 13 and this is a yellow neutral undertone. So if you have a warm undertone but not too warm, this kind of shade is for you. And it's a very perfect match for me. This is exactly like my skin tone, which is excellent. And overall about the brand, it's a fantastic brand, I personally feel, because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes from Patmcgrath and I totally love them. So let's get, I'm not gonna go into the price and everything. You can literally Google everything, so don't waste time on that. But this is an expensive product, so yeah, this is a high-end product. So one of the first things you need to do is you need to shake the bottle, because this is a very liquidy and watery product and you can literally hear the liquid inside. So you really need to shake it, because if the products are very liquidy, sometimes they can separate and stuff. So now it's very liquid, so just if you're pouring it on your hand, just make sure that you're being very stable, because otherwise it will fall off. Because see, consistency is very runny. This shade is light medium 13 and this is like a yellow and neutral undertone, because I've got a warm skin tone, but too much warm does not suit me. So let's start the application. So you can either dip your sponge in, or you could just stick it on your fingers and apply on your face. I think this gives you more coverage because it's a very runny product and your sponge will basically absorb the product. So I've taken, some of it, and now I'm just gonna see how runny this product is. The sponge has soaked quite a bit of the product. Okay, so this is so far one side done with the blending, and look at the coverage. It's not that good. If you compare, you can see the difference, but the coverage is not, Let's do a second layer. Look at the difference. Closer, just look at this area, my dark circles, and look at this area. So it's giving me the most natural finish. It just looks like it's my skin without, the match is so good that you can't even tell I'm wearing a foundation. Look at. Now let's start with the second side of the face, and because this is a very runny product, I'm not taking it directly on the sponge. In fact, I'm trying to spread it out with my fingers on the face. This is a very good technique if you want to maximize the coverage of your foundation. So you see, I've almost spread the foundation with my fingers on the face, and can you see the coverage is a lot better now? And all I'm going to do is now go in again and just blend it like this. I'm going to do the same on the other side. It's not a full coverage foundation. I wouldn't even say it's a very medium coverage. It's actually very light coverage foundation. Light to medium, but this is definitely buildable, and I have a strong feeling if I use a brush, so it'll give me much more coverage, or at least a bit more. Okay, so that's the foundation. So let's go into the concealer. So for concealer, I got the same shade. It's again the light medium 13, and I'm just going to apply this generously. Why generously? Because the foundation itself doesn't have a lot of coverage, and I do have some acne marks, and I want to see like what this can do. So let's again stick to the half side and see what it can do for us. Okay, so the shade is pretty good. Again, you know, one thing that I'm really loving about this foundation and concealer now is the shade, you know, the shade match, because I hardly find a shade which is like very good match to my skin. I either have to go for a lighter shade or else it's darker. It's never like exact match, otherwise it's gray or neutral or something like that. So oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay, so this coverage is pretty good. Okay, so it's covered that. I mean, I'll honestly say I've covered my face with the concealer. I mean, literally like a foundation, because, you know, the coverage was of the foundation was like so light. Okay, so look at this. Okay, I am impressed with the concealer. It's pretty good. Okay, we don't have any acne marks on this side, so just the under eyes. Okay. So I'm just applying at the points where I want to highlight my face. This concealer is not like, I know it's thick and it's got a lot of coverage, but it's not like heavy. So if I'm like spreading it out like a foundation, it's actually not caking up or anything, you know. So can you see? So this is the reality I want to show you guys. Like, you know, look at the texture, look at how the real skin looks, and you know, people like to show you good stuff, but I want to show you real stuff. Okay, it's not making me go gray. Okay, let's complete the rest of the makeup. I'm not gonna do any more foundation, concealer, or anything, just the blush, eyes, and everything. I'm going to show you the final results, and I'm going to set this off with a setting powder as well. So here is the finished look. So I have set my whole foundation and concealer with the Givenchy setting powder, the Prism setting powder, and I have just, you know, done my usual blush, shade, lipstick, and everything, just to give you a final look that how the whole foundation and concealer looks put together once the whole you know, makeup is done. Now, I always say, do not judge the foundation or concealer like right away. You have to give it some time to settle down in your skin. And of course, there is a first impression while you're applying it. You might like it or not like it, but just, you know, just do the whole job, do the full makeup, and then decide whether you like it or not. And of course, you know, you need to give it a few hours to see. I mean, I have, you know, put on this foundation and concealer before. This is not my first time, so I know that this is gonna wear for a long time, for the whole day. But you know, you have to understand that this is not a full coverage foundation. This is basically a light to medium buildable coverage. However, the concealer is full coverage. So if you're looking for a good concealer, I think this might be a good one to buy. But overall, the combination of the concealer and the foundation is really good. I mean, you can see that, you know, my imperfections are all hidden, and you know, the beautiful before and the beautiful after. So I'm quite happy with how it's looking and the whole finish, and you know, I mean, no complaints at all, to be honest. If you are looking for something which is really full coverage, then of course you wouldn't like it. But if you are looking for something that is buildable, definitely it's a choice that you can go for. So yeah, that's it.